Hello everyone and welcome to the Tweed Heads Bowls Club, the venue for the Australian Indoor Championships for 2013. Today it is the women's second semi-final and it sees five-time and defending champion Karen Murphy taking on her fellow Australian teammate Carla Odgers. And joining me in commentary for this second semi-final, Lindsay Clark. And Lindsay, what makes Karen Murphy so good here on the carpet?
She's such an experienced player. You know, Karen's good on any service, but here at Tweed Heads, it's her home. She's played so many finals here and just so consistent. So in saying that, Carla's had a great tournament. She's won every game on the last bowl. She'll be really tough to beat here as well.
What does she have to do to win?
I think that first bowl, is very important. We saw in the ladies' first semi-final that the first bowl really put the pressure on. So if she can get off to a good start, it'll really help her.
Well, let's now cross to Andrew Holmes, who has the two bowlers with him.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Well, what an epic semi-final we've got coming up between Carla Odgers and Karen Murphy. Firstly, Carla, you've had a great championship so far. First time into a semi-final, you must be delighted.
Yeah, I'm really happy with my results so far. I'm just looking forward to bowling good and keeping on going.
You know Karen's game very well. What's going to take this afternoon to beat her?
Oh, get closer, I guess. That's about it, yeah. I'm just going to get the bowls down and hope I get closer and see what happens.
Karen Murphy, the world number 2. You know this green very well. You're striving for your 6th Australian Indoor Championships. What's it going to take to beat Carla this afternoon?
Probably my best game, I think, Andrew. It's going to be a good game. Carla's in great form and, we're good mates, but, it'll be a hardly fought contest.
Tell us about your championships. Happy with your form up to the semi-final?
Yeah, I think I always find I sort of ease into it a little bit. So my last game was probably my best game. So, hit the ground running a little bit, from then on in. So they're all hard. All the games are hard here. But, yeah, happy at the moment.
Well, we've had to condense Karen's long list of achievements to one page, but as you can see, she is the reigning world champion in both indoors and outdoors. She's also a Commonwealth Games gold medalist and has collected an incredible 5 Australian indoor titles over the past 6 years. Her opponent, Carla Odgers, is just 23 from the Layla Club in Victoria. She had an amazing season last year, taking out the Victorian Champion of Champions, as well as claiming the Victorian Open Singles and State Triples crowns. The spot in the final, awaiting either Karen Murphy or Carla Odgers here. The second semi-final for the women. The Australian Indoor Championships for 2013. And a real task here for Carla, who has to beat 5-time champion Karen Murphy, who's won 5 of the last 6 titles. That is some sort of record in any sport, Lindsay Armitage, to win 5 out of 6 tournaments.
Yeah, it's an amazing feat. She's definitely the queen of Australian bowls and world bowls, to say that. So a big task ahead for Carla, but she's been playing well this tournament, so if anyone's going to do it, she can.
Well, she's not going to be intimidated, that's for sure. They would have played each other on many occasions, and there's a terrific start from Carla out of the Layla Bowls Club in Victoria. Here is the lady they call the Queen of the Carpet. Very important here for Carla to have a good start to the semi-final.
How far short's the last bowl, please, Di?
A bowl in front.
That. And the gap between the back bowl, please?
6 inches.
So.
She's a very good front runner, Karen Murphy. She's found a range early. It's a big target there for Karen.
Yeah, it's just what Carla needs to start this match. Get her confidence up.
Some weight early from the defending champion. Is it going to miss? It just nicked her own and leaves some work to do on the final bowl for Karen Murphy on this first end. What will Carla be thinking here? She has 3 shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether she'll go near this head or not. You know, she doesn't really want to widen the target anymore. Good chances is if Karen hits it, her bowls are all going back anyway. So she possibly may try and cover and count just slightly behind the head.
Changing to the backhand. Big bowl early here for Karen Murphy. Wait again. Is it online? It's much better than the one before, but it's missed everything. And so Carla Odgers will win the first end and lead 3-0 after one end of this first set. It is 9 ends in the first 2 sets, and if it's required, the third set tie-break is a 3-end set, and she could not have asked for a better start there to this semi-final. Carla Odgers. Shots in one end is not usual at this level. You don't often see a 3 or a 4 shot end, and it's a nice settler for Carla Odgers.
Yeah, the good thing for Karen, you know, if you're going to drop a count, it's a good thing to do it at the start of the set. There's plenty of ends left. It's dangerous when you drop counts towards the end. So 8 ends to get those shots back, and Karen's definitely going to be able to do that.
Every bowl so far for Carla has been pretty much on the money. That'll make Karen feel better.
Trademark start for Karen on the carpet.
How far's the last bowl short, please, Di?
10 inches,
Ta. Gap between bowl and the jack, please.
1/4 of an inch.
Ta.
I reckon too, Lindsay, that Karen would hold the record for the most questions asked in a match as well. She is forever thinking and asking questions of the marker.
That's it, yeah, definitely one of her characteristics. It sort of settles her down a little bit, I think, and you know, she tries and builds a picture in her mind as well. Sometimes it's deceiving from the other end. You can't really see how the head's set up, so definitely asks a lot of questions.
Whereas you'd be lucky to hear Carla ask one during this semi-final. A couple of back bowls
Sorry,
there.
how far did you say the front one was short, Di?
10 inches.
10. Ta.
She holds shot here, Karen Murphy, but Carla has an opportunity here. Last bowl for her this end. What is she thinking at the moment?
Well, she just sort of needs to crack an egg as such, as we say in the bowls world. So just tap the shot bowl. If the jack goes any further back than her two maroon ones, then she's going to drop two. So she just needs to arrive just slightly overweight.
On the back end. Well, she's left some room here for Karen. Beaten finalist at the Australian Open for 2013 early this year by Lisa Phillips. Was won the World Championship last December in Adelaide. 2012 was a big year for Karen Murphy in an extraordinary career. Is this going to run out? It's just come up a bit short. She was a little bit
Tentative.
nervous about that, but it's still a shot. And she's on the board in this semi-final. But Carla Odgers still leads by 3 shots to 1 after 2 ends in the first set. Maria Rigby from the Manly Club awaits in the final. Will it be Karen Murphy looking for title number 6, or will it be Carla Odgers? Second semi-final for the Women's Championship for 2013. After a slow start, Karen Murphy is on the board. How important will that first end be at the back end of this set? Two ends in a row. Good opening bowl from Karen Murphy.
Oh. Position, please, Di.
One blue.
Just the one?
Yes.
How far's the jack behind the shot bowl, please?
8 inches.
And my bowl short of the jack, please, here.
20 inches.
So.
This looks okay as well.
Push.
She wants it to go a bit more, but starting to find a range now.
How far past was I, Di, my last bowl?
Just over a foot.
bit wide. It's almost as if both bowlers are going for two separate jacks here.
Yeah.
Carla's are all together, so too Karen. So there's a bit of a danger here for Karen, isn't there? She needs a really good one here, otherwise Carla has the chance to pick up 4.
Yeah, I think she'd sort of, if she can try and sit Carla's closest bowl there, or sort of finish around Carla's bowled, it'd be good for Karen. You don't want to be dropping a 3 or a 4 at this stage.
Bit of protection there, is there? It's a little bit better than protection. 3 shots she holds. Carla has an opportunity here.
Yeah, she's got 2 shots on. She can either play a draw, a conservative draw, or play some weight through the front on the forehand, try and clear something out.
Big moment early in the second semi-final. Is it not going to get there, is it? It is 3 to Karen Murphy, a big moment early.
3.
And 2 conceded by Carla.
3.
And it is 3. And so Karen Murphy, after dropping the first end by 3 shots, picks up 3 there to take a 4-3 lead. And maybe that first end was not the start that Carla was after. It seemed to have just given a little bit of fire in the belly to the defending champion, who has hit back with 2 very good ends. A really big Canberra Raiders fan is Karen Murphy. She loves the Raiders, despite living down the south coast of New South Wales. The last 2 in she's won, her first bowl has just been all over the jack. Can she make it 3 in a row? Not her best. An opportunity here for Carla.
Weight of my last bowl, please, Di.
Nearly 2 feet behind.
Is it close for shot, mate, or not, please?
No, there'd be a good 6 inches in it.
One down. One down, sorry.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes, 1 down.
She's 1 down, but no one is really close at the moment. Strange looking end, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Karen's lengthened it a little bit from the last sort of 3 ends we've played, just throwing them off a little bit.
looks a bit better.
Just took a couple of bowls to find it.
Last bowl behind, please, Di.
Yes.
Thank you.
A strange looking end here. What's going through Carla's mind as she makes her way back? She is down a shot.
Yeah, I think she's got a couple of seconds and probably the best back bowl there as well. So she's definitely got some chances to play up with weight. Either take the shot bowl without the jack for 2 or get the shot bowl onto the jack and have 1 with her best back bowl.
And missed everything. We saw that with Karen Murphy in the first end, and it's happened again here for Carla.
Oh, that's the last one.
And it is a shot to Karen Murphy.
1.
5-3 is the lead for the defending champion after 4 ends. And after being down 3-zip, it's the last 3 ends for Karen Murphy to lead by 2 shots. Let's head downstairs for all our Scottish friends. Here's Kay Moran with Andrew Holmes.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Kay does join me, and in such a short form of the game, only 9 ends, to put end on end together is really important, and those 3 ends have really counted for Karen, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good that she started to get into a rhythm now, but Carla started very well too, so I'm sure it will be a good match.
She plays with momentum. It's really important now for her to probably put a space between her and Carla.
Absolutely, but I doubt very much that Carla's going to let her have much space.
We all believe this match to be a very close one. Carla's in really good form. Is it how Karen saw the match going in? Was she knew that she had a competitor on her hands today?
Oh, absolutely. She knew it would be a tough match, and she treats everyone with the same respect.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Kay Moran there with Andrew.
I think Karen just heard a little bit of that.
Another impressive start from Karen Murphy. She's one of these players, Karen, too, that is aware of what's going, you know, not that she gets distracted, but it's all part of matches she's involved in. All Carla's.
Bowl in front, is it at the jack, please, Di?
It's 3/4 of a bowl in front of the jack.
Okay, so. Down. Down.
Backhand here for Carla.
How far past Jack High is my last bowl, please, Di?
2 feet.
2 feet past Jack High.
Yep.
She needs something back there, Carla, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's probably the plan with this third bowl. Even if she promotes her own or can somehow get back, because Karen's only just missed a shot there twice, so odds on she won't miss it 3 times. Odds on she won't miss it 3 times.
My bowl beat Carla's last one to the spot, please, Di. My back bowl beat Carla's bowl to the spot, please.
No.
How do they sit? Is Carla's behind mine, is it, as I look at it?
Yes. It's out further.
Right. So one down the spot.
Pardon?
She means the spot.
Yeah, she's just
Where
misread
your
the
feet are,
question
the
there.
spot.
Oh, okay. Right. 5 feet.
Pardon?
5.
Karen can get in and have a look.
Yeah, I think she might go.
Right.
She means
She is a little bit confused.
Oh,
So she does,
yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Thanks.
Carla's helping
It was a
to.
confusing question. Yeah.
Surprised she hasn't gone down herself, Karen. Oh, that's not even close there for Karen. And I just think it was that whole discussion, and very surprised she didn't just go down and have a look.
Yeah, well, the marker got confused and then Karen was confused and she's ended up probably thinking about that and not really concentrating on her shot. So unfortunately, sometimes if you lose your concentration like that, your bowls can end up where Karen had. And yeah, unfortunately for her, she's still down.
Just not quite close enough.
One.
It is 1 to Carla Odgers there. And so Carla stops the run of ends for Karen Murphy to get back to within a shot. It is 5-4 to the defending champion after 5 ends. 4 ends remaining in this first set. Welcome back to the second semi-final in the women's singles between Karen Murphy and Carla Odgers. You know, Karen had the opportunity. She had 3 bowls. She was quite within her rights to go down and have a look. And even more so when it became confusing between her and the marker.
Yeah, and it's unlike Karen not to go down and have a look if she isn't sure. So very unusual.
Previous 2 bowls were there or thereabouts, just missing, and that last one was nowhere near it. And there's Carla, new end, and a little bit of a spring in her step. Karen Murphy, though, experienced enough to put all that behind her.
Yeah.
My bowl in front, please, Di.
Your bowl's level.
Thank you.
To the backhand. Carla staying on the forehand.
How far did my last one go through, please, mate?
2 feet.
So. My bowl near your feet is at 4th shot, please.
Yes.
So.
Big bowl here for Carla Odgers. It's tracking pretty well. It's tracking very well, and she's trailed the jack to get shot. Terrific bowl from Carla Odgers. Although
3 seconds, please, Di.
Yes.
if
Shot bowl in relation to the jack, please.
It's 6 inches in front of jack.
So.
If Karen can sit that shot bowl of Carla's, she'll pick up 4. This could be huge in the context of not only this first set, but the match maybe. Massive swing possible here.
Needs to get down.
It's got the jack, and it trails the jack. She got a little bit fortunate there. Karen Murphy, I'm assuming she was aiming for the jack. It nearly missed it, and there it is, the shot. And 6-4 after 4 ends. Initially, I thought she may have been going for the shot bowl, and second best was the jack. Are we being a little bit kind, or?
That's it. Well, I mean, there was plenty of chances there for a positive shot. So, you know, plan A was a shot bowl, plan B, jack in the guts for 1. Should be pretty happy with that too. So plenty of chances, and
having said that too, I think Carla's most probably thinking, well, one's
pretty
you know,
good.
that was, if she had a choice, that was the scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Karen, was it a 4 or 1?
Yeah, Carla played a great shot, but she probably left herself a little bit vulnerable with only having 1 in the head. But yeah, she'll probably be pretty thankful to just drop 1 there.
This is end number 7. Not necessarily a must-win for Carla, but at worst, she'd want to just drop 1 shot here. 9 ends to a set. She just wins the ends, but she gets away well.
Sets the tone for the whole end.
Let's head downstairs. Here's Andrew Holmes.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Mark Cowan joins me again, the National Training Centre coach for Victoria. Have you seen Carla settled into this match, Mark?
Yeah, much better than the really matches during this tournament so far.
8 inches behind.
Andrew, she's been a slow starter, and she started pretty well so far, so I'm fairly happy.
You've often spoken about how important that first bowl is when you take the mat. It's proven to be the case so far in this match, hasn't it?
Yes, every end so far. Whoever's got on first is sort of covering their bowls and trying to hang on to that shot. So at the moment, it's nip and tug either way.
She's not inexperienced on the big stage. She's played in a couple of feature semi-finals. She's been here before. How did you find her before the game?
Yeah, look, she was calm. She's played Karen many times, of course, both being squad members. And semi-finals of the AO. It's a repeat virtually, so hoping to turn the tables this time round.
Just finally, how important can it be to both players to know each other so well?
Oh, look, I think it's an advantage, and we spoke about it, about how well Karen plays on this and what hand she plays, and so she's trying to get in Karen's way a little bit, and hopefully she, tactically wise, she can get over the top of her.
Who are you barracking for?
Oh, I'll have to say Carla, but Karen's very hard to beat, mate.
Good luck.
So.
Down. 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 Down.
Huge couple of bowls here for Carla Odgers. Going with some weight. Is it online? It's got a couple. It's got the jack, which will be re-spotted. That'll make life interesting. And how easy, though, is it, Lindsay, to go a little bit too far into the ditch?
Definitely. Well, you're not just playing with the ditch here, you're playing with the boundary, the side peg. So I have seen many times people get stuck out there. You know, nobody's been playing that side of the rink that wide, so you never know what it's doing out there. So you just have to be a little bit careful thinking of the line and, yeah, really think about the weight.
Just not comfortable there, Karen. It's got to come back. Is it going to come back? Is it? Oh,
Well.
they just. That's all it has to. Can Carla get inside that?
The good thing for Carla is she is only just one down, so she's got probably a metre or so to draw the shot. She's seen what Karen's bowl's done.
It's not going to come, is it? It stays out.
I don't think it's in.
No, it's out.
One?
She had room there, Carla, but she wasn't able to come up with the shot at a critical time, and it is a critical time at the end of 7 ends. Karen Murphy leads 7 shots to 4, and this end is pivotal now in this match. Not that she's unbeatable, Karen Murphy, when she wins the first set, but she's so hard to peg back. She has a 3-shot buffer, 2 ends to play. If she wins this end, Karen, the very best that Carla can do is tie the first set. Two ends remain in this opening set. First bowl has been critical so far in the semi. Karen Murphy's won 5 ends, and on each of those 5 occasions, her opening bowl has been all over the jack. And by her standards, that's not all over the jack. Carla's come up way short.
How far was mine? Behind?
20? 20?
So.
Bit of a scratchy start from both players here to this end.
Weight of my last one, please, Di.
18.
The first bowl of Karen in this end has dictated the way the end's being played, and it's not being played particularly well at the moment.
That's it. I think Carla's first bowl's played into it as well. You know, Karen's favourite hand on this surface is the forehand around the clock. So she's been thrown onto a backhand in this direction, which is, you know, doesn't regularly play.
An opportunity for Carla. She finds a range. And now Karen. Another huge moment. She likes it. She likes it, but it's just drifting away. And so, an opportunity here. She may pick up 3. It's 1 and a measure, and she favours the red. So if Carla puts this close, it's 3 shots and it's 7 all with 1 end to play. So 1, 2, certainly 2.
Yeah. I suppose that's a risk Karen took with that shot. You know, she wasn't backing herself to draw close, but if she missed, she left Carla probably another metre of room there to draw a shot. So
another big bowl here for Carla. It's got to come back a long way. If it hits the bowl and drops in, there is 3 shots, you would think, for Karen Murphy to concede to Carla Odgers. And so it is 3 to Carla Odgers. And for the second time in this opening set, Karen Murphy concedes 3. It's 7 all with 1 end to play. The winner of this end wins the first set. And it is a critical end in this women's semi-final as we head downstairs to Andrew Holmes, who has a special guest, 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺.
Yeah, national selector 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 joins me, and these 2 girls are part of the Australian Jackaroos squad. What are you making of the game so far, Kelvin?
Oh, fantastic game, really. I think nothing in it. As you can see, we're all level going into the last end of the first set. You know, both girls are off to the UK, hopefully to make the Commonwealth Games team next year. So one of the young ones versus one of the most experienced in Australia.
What sort of things can Carla learn from a match against Karen today?
Oh, listen, she's got nothing to lose. Karen's the one to beat, of course. They're going for a 6th indoor crown, I think. But Carla's up and coming, very keen, a very positive person as well. So, you know, she's got to hang in there and see what happens.
As a national selector, I mean, this indoor environment, can you take anything away from the way they play today?
Oh, listen, it's good competition at the end of the day. So, you know, it's match fitness and that's what it's all about. Competition against one another and, you know, the best girl will probably win.
And who do you think that might be?
Mate, I can't decide.
Thanks, Kelvin.
This end is critical, and the first bowl for Karen has dictated the match so far. And it's not a best one, but
That last ball in relation to Jack, please.
15 inches in front.
Can you just show me, Di?
Pardon?
Can you just show me?
in other words, she's got no idea, Carla, how far 15 inches is. Just over 30 centimetres, Carla.
Showing her age a bit there, Carla.
Do you know Karen very well, Lindsay? She would be bitterly disappointed that she's conceded 2 ends of 3 to put herself in this position?
Yeah, definitely. I think that last three probably more so than the first end when Carla had three really great bowls. Karen's probably kicking herself a little bit about that last end, but you know, she's one to move on from that quickly, and hopefully, you know, if she wins this end, that three won't matter.
That was a nervous bowl there from Carla, well short. You just can't give Karen Murphy not even a quarter of an opportunity. She takes them more often than not. The pressure is now back on Carla. The winner of this end wins the first set.
Oops.
She almost tripped over the mat there, Carla. The last bowl was well short and then she almost tripped. Is that a sign of nerves maybe?
I'm not sure what she tripped over there. That was quite unusual.
Having done it myself many times, maybe she tripped over her own feet.
That's a big possibility.
Has it put her off? Doesn't look like it. It's not a bad effort, is it?
What? She snuck in.
Terrific effort.
If I call that, please. That.
The one negative too, though, here for Carla is that Karen will have the final bowl, and that is so important, isn't it, in this end, that it's going to decide the set to have that last bowl.
Gee, this one's close as well. Just needs to run. Great shot.
What's she got to do here? She's got to try and make it extremely difficult for Karen. But how?
I think Karen's moved the jack there, so that purple bowl is now in Carla's line for the draw shot. I think she'll be playing weight at this head. If she can get the jack in the ditch, should be almost unbeatable. Get her bowl onto Karen's shot bowl. A couple of options there for Carla.
It's hard to tell whether she likes it or not. It's not a bad effort. It's a wonderful effort. And she just says to Karen Murphy, well, if you want to win this first set, you've got to draw close, but she has got some room there.
Yeah, it's on the backhand side for Karen. She hasn't played too many. Great shot here by Carla to get out of trouble. She's holding two at the moment, one to come.
In a different area of the rink too, somewhere where they haven't been in this match so far.
Yeah, we did see that on the last end going in this direction. When you get out past that boundary, it can be a little bit tricky.
This for the set. If she can't draw a shot here, Karen Murphy will be down a set. She's watching it intently. Is it going to get there? She's turned her back on it. She's turned her back on it. It's not going to reach. And there is the first set for Carla Odgers. What a battle it has been. And 9-7 after picking up two shots on that final end for Carla Odgers. And the young Victorian leads 1-0 over Karen Murphy, the defending champion. And just 4 ends won by Carla, 5 won by Karen, but it was that first and 8th end for Carla Odgers proving the difference, and for the first time in this tournament, Karen Murphy has dropped a set. What a fight back from Carla Odgers. She was down 7-4 with 2 ends remaining and goes 3-2. And you don't often see Karen Murphy, 5-time champion here, current indoor and outdoor world champion, and won the titles last year at the indoors and won the world outdoor in November, December. To be up by 3 with 2 ends to play, to be beaten by 2.
Yeah, it was definitely out of character for Karen, but in saying that, Carla has proven in this tournament she's got a lot of heart and definitely a really good fighter. She's won, I think, nearly all of her games on the last bowl in a tie break, sometimes an extra end. So great start again by Carla.
It's just the second time in the tournament she's won the first set, Carla. She's normally down a set.
Yeah, she won't know what to do.
Nice reply.
Up or down, please.
Yep. Yes, you're up.
How far short is mine of the jack, please?
An inch.
And Karen's passed?
A foot.
Thanks.
She has no idea what she's talking about. Not even close there from Carla, although has it blocked that avenue there for Karen?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to force her to play more weight than she probably wanted if she's going to stick on that forehand. Just having a good look.
Thank you.
These two ladies met in the semi-finals of the Australian Open earlier in the year, where Karen was victorious before being beaten in the final by Lisa Phillips. Big moment here. This looks okay. This looks okay. Just a bit tight. Didn't miss by much. And so Carla Odgers picks up a shot on the opening end and leads 1-0 after the first end of the second set. She took the first 9-7. And the youngster, the 23-year-old from Layla in Victoria, at the moment has the defending champion and 5-time champion here at Tweed Heads under the pump. It is a full house at the Tweed Head Bowls Club. You can't find a seat. And the winner of this semi-final will play Maria Rigby. There is Maria Rigby, who is in the final. She's nice and relaxed. And
Pretty happy.
Yeah. Not bad, but an opportunity.
How short's that, please, Di?
That's 2 feet short.
Thanks.
She's probably throwing the longest end of the match here, Carla. Just changing things up a little bit.
Someone in the crowd almost went head first down the seating, which forced Karen to just fall back. Nice correction. She, like a lot of sports people, Lindsay, Karen is extremely superstitious. And she's wearing black today. And she's not particularly happy about it because she loves her blue, particularly here in the Australian indoors.
Yeah, I think the last 5 times she's won this, she has worn the blue. So not too impressed they didn't have that colour today.
Oh, short that one. In between her first 2 bowls for Karen would be spot on.
Yeah, she's got the first part right, which is the right line. So just has to correct that weight a little bit.
Going a lot wider here. So Carla holds 3. You wouldn't think it'd stay at that. There's plenty of room there for Karen. What would Carla be looking at doing here? She's not, even though she's got shots, she's not really that close.
No, I think she'll be looking for a really, really good close shot here. You know, if she can sneak the jack, tuck it in a little bit behind her bowls, try and cover it up. There's not too much danger for Carla here at all.
It is a shot still. She's cost herself at least 1. And now Karen is going to go down and have a look. She hasn't done too often today, Karen Murphy. She's asked a lot of questions.
Probably just fractionally heavy there, Carla. A bit unlucky to get contact with the jack. Poker face.
3 ins in a row have been won by Carla Odgers. This to stop the momentum. I think it's a better line. And it's just missed, and it almost knocked hers out of the way.
He's rolled out Carla's
1 to
bowl.
red. It is 1 to Carla Odgers. And so she wins her 4th end in a row to open up a 2-0 lead in this second set. And the defending champion has some work to do. Still a long way to the finish line, and Maria Rigby awaits, as she does downstairs with Andrew Holmes.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, a very interested onlooker is the lady who's already made it through to the final is Maria Rigby, and you're here almost just looking at Carla, because you haven't played Carla very often, have you?
No, I've never played Carla. That's why I'm here to just watch their game, because Karen and I go back a long way. We've been travelled together, and I know her game, and she knows my game, so I'm just waiting for, see if Carla gets up. I have to know her game, so that's why I'm here to watch the game.
How difficult can it be sort of to watch a game like this and try and learn someone's game just from watching it from the grandstands?
I want to find their weaknesses, whether forehand, backhand, or what length she's playing. That's what I'm picking up on.
Many people probably don't know Maria, but you are a former winner of this event in 2005. What do you like about the indoors here at Tweed Heads?
Very good atmosphere, and the greens always runs nice, and it's always a brilliant blue ribbon game, so it's always a pleasure to come and play this game.
And you've always represented Australia too at the 2006 Commonwealth Games. Do you get nervous before a big final?
No. Nervous still, I got.
All the best in the final.
Thank you.
Maria Rigby there with Andrew Holmes, nerves of steel. We'll see what happens in the final. We'll see who she plays, and Karen Murphy needs to show some championship qualities which she knows she possesses, and that's a good start on this third end. That has been the key for her today. When she starts like that, she wins the end.
Gap between the closest red bowl, please, and the jack, please, Di.
14 inches.
Thank you.
Is the ball and jack touching, Di?
No, there's ½ inch between.
And is the jack right in the middle or one side?
Yes.
Right in the middle?
Yep.
Three back bowls for Carla, but Karen Murphy holding shots here, but there's still a lot more that's going to happen on this end. It's just is Karen going to protect here or try and draw another? Looks like she's trying to get herself in a position to, she does, get between a couple of those bowls, and well, maybe it's two. No, one. The marker says one. But room here for Karen to maybe pick up three. I mean, if she sits those two bowls there of Carla's, she's got three. And maybe if she splits them, she could get four.
Yeah, she could possibly. I think she'll just be worrying about getting on the board at the moment. If she could play that shot, however, if she's a little bit tight onto her shot bowl, the jack's coming straight back to those red ones on screen. So,
but what if she tries to knock those two red ones out of the way, which are second and third?
Yes.
Clears them and sits there. She's got four.
That sounds great in theory.
Yes.
The only danger is being a little bit tight onto her shot bowl.
She's gone the forehand.
It could end disastrously.
No guts, no glory. Needs to go. It just needs to run out of it, and it does, to pick up a second. It is 2 to the blue of Karen Murphy, and she levels it up at 2 apiece in this second set after Carla Odgers took the first by 9 shots to 7. The second women's semi-final will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the 2013 Australian Indoor Championships from the Tweed Heads Bowls Club in New South Wales. And we've had 12 ends, and it's 6 ends apiece.
Yeah, it definitely shows the evenness of the match. You know, both these girls are quality players, and Karen's a world champion, and all the pressure's on her. So,
but it also shows the importance of her first bowl. And once again, she got the first one in and won the end. So let's see what she does here. Do we call it now? I mean, 6 from 6.
I don't want to put the mockers on her, but it was a pretty good start.
It's called commentator's curse. We'll see what happens here. One thing we have learnt, though, Lindsay, and I suppose plenty of people within the Australian team and around bowls in this country know that Carla Odgers is a player of the future. Semi-finalist this year at the Australian Open, now a semi-finalist at the Australian Indoors, and she's run up against Karen Murphy on both occasions, but she is going toe-to-toe with the defending indoor champion and the current world outdoor champion and last year's indoor world champion.
Yeah, she's definitely a star of the future, Carla, and she'll be confident here. You know, she's definitely a confident player and backs her ability, and she has been around herself quite a long time, the bowl circuit. So, yep, star of the future, but a star of right now as well.
And she's starting to make that breakthrough, isn't
Definitely,
she? She's
yep.
just
point shot bowl and Jack,
lifting it a
please,
step.
Di.
Shot bowl would be 1.5 inches.
So,
And if you were watching this game without a scoreboard,
Carla's bowl closest to the chalk line, please.
There.
Oh, the one on the chalk line.
Yep.
Thanks.
2 feet.
So,
and if you're watching this game, as I was saying, without a scoreboard, you'd most probably give it to Carla at the moment. She's in front by a set, I know, but it's pretty tight. But she's been the more consistent, I think, in the match.
Yeah, she's definitely just had the edge on Karen. It'll be all about who can close it out. You know, she's the one that's winning this match at the moment. She's got everything going her way, so just has to close it out.
She's also had close matches in this tournament so far where she has had to close them out. Karen has had a pretty comfortable run through, but she's starting to lift it a bit. 3 around the head, which looks pretty, but it also is a big target here for Carla.
Yeah, it's an important end, this one, just to see how Carla reacts and if she can get out of trouble.
3 touches and 3 bowls. She's going with weight. And it's on line, and she knocks her own out of the way. Now, what does Karen do? She has to go at the back, doesn't she, to give her some protection?
Yeah, I
she's
think
going
so,
to have
yeah.
a look.
She's probably just going to sort of see where the jack is in relation to the bowl, whether to cover the left-hand spot or the right-hand spot. Any contact on those bowls and the jack's only going to go backwards, so anything behind will be a bonus here for Karen.
Because Carla has to play the same shot again.
I think so. There's not too much on for Carla there. She's only got 1 bowl on the green in the short one, so she definitely can't draw the shot. She'll be definitely going again.
You would think it would go to the left as we look from this end that Karen will be bowling, to the right there, as you see. That's how it should go, isn't it?
That's how it should go. I think that's how it will go.
Three touches, three around the jack, but it all comes down to this last bowl from each player. Interesting.
She's going for the block shot, perhaps.
She's just made the target a bit bigger. She looked over there at Kay Moran, and Kay's given her the Scottish look back as if to say, not sure. That's interesting. Here we go. She holds 4, but that could change so dramatically here. It's online. It's just curling though. It's missed. It just curled at the last minute, and well, that is 4 shots to Karen Murphy. Is that the pivotal moment in this semi-final? Wow, I would have backed Carla to have knocked 1 or maybe 2 or even 3, 4 out of the way there.
Yeah, definitely. Her third bowl there was so close. If she just missed her front one, she had a sort of a 2 or 3 bowl target there. Karen will be very happy with that result.
Yeah, 6-2 she leads in this second set. After 4 ends, there's 5 ends remaining. And is that the little kick along that the defending champ needs? Just when we were saying the fact that Carla has looked the better player, just an error there.
Yeah.
Once again, though, Karen won the end back based on the fact that she got that first bowl all over the jack. So 7 ends she's won, and 7 times her first bowl has been spot on. Just bringing the jack a little bit further down the green here.
Yeah, I think that's a good change for Karen. She hasn't nailed it quite as well going this direction, so change up the length of the jack and see if she can get a different line to it.
Good enough?
Should be pretty happy with that one, I think.
Okay, so let's see how we go.
You know, they're 3 good bowls. The only downside with those is they're all jack level. You know, there are plenty of opportunities for Carla to land something here. Doesn't have to be perfect with weight.
A shake of the head suggests she wasn't particularly happy with it. It doesn't seem to be coming back as much as she would like, but it does put a second bowl behind as she looks quizzically into the stands, is thinking, what was I doing there? Let's not forget in the first set, Lindsay, that she trailed by 3 shots with 2 ends to play and won the set. So being 4 down with 5 to play, you know, it's not that bad for her.
Yeah, she definitely won't think the game's over from here. So backing herself.
She's playing Karen Murphy. Karen has got no option but to get back there and protect those back bowls, doesn't she?
Definitely. She's holding two or so there, I think. Yep, 2 to blue. So a back bowl here would be very important for Karen.
She can pick up 2 here to lead by 6.
You'd like to back her in,
Wow.
but...
Normally you would, but her opponent has been in good form in this tournament, coming from behind, and seems to have loved the dogfight so far in the tournament. Second to run out. Hands on hips, the teapot's out, and it got through. She got a little bit fortunate there, but she isn't covering the back. If she can trail the jack here, Carla, there's a chance for her to pick up 4, possibly.
You know, a bare jack is a really small targeter. I'm not sure whether she'll just try and draw one shot here, try and minimise that gap. Got some work to do. It's got some work to do. It's not done enough. Wow, has it? It's such a long way away. It's hard to tell, but I think it's at least 1.
2.
2. It is 2. Carla concedes 2. And Karen Murphy has put the foot down a bit here. 3 consecutive ends and leads 8 shots to 2 after 5 ends of this second set. After Carla Odgers took the first 9-7. And it was those 5 shots in the last 2 ends that turned the set around. And in this second set, it's been these last 3 ends. Lindsay with 2, 4 and 2. And I think it's a mixture of both. I think Karen stepped it up a little bit. And I think Carla's just lost away the last 10 to 15 minutes or so.
That's it, yeah. Carla had to play a couple of aggressive shots and results didn't go her way. So that has been the difference. And I think Karen did step it up. You know, when she lost those few ends, we did talk about her first bowl being a little bit wayward for her standards. So she has stepped that up and results are showing on the scoreboard.
Well, she has won 8 ends, and on each of the occasions she's won the end. Her opening bowl has been all over the jack. Not bad, but not as close as she has been. Mere mortals would accept that, but Karen may not.
My ball, please, Di.
Your last bowl was 2 feet behind.
Just a little bit too much on the correction. Slap of the thigh there from Carla. Suggests she's not happy.
My last bowl, please, Di.
Last bowl would be 14 inches in front.
Is that the shot, is it, mate?
Yes.
It's up.
I wonder whether Carla feels that this is a must-win end.
Oh, I think
Trailing
so.
by 6.
Yeah, 8-2 down and 6 end. I think she really will be knowing she has to score.
Where's that last ball in relation to Jack, please?
It's 6 inches behind.
Last bowl here for Karen Murphy, who holds 2, looks like. She'd be happy to walk away with 1.
Wow, that's pretty much perfect.
You just know when Karen likes the bowl, the fingers start clicking and the little slap on the thigh. The Murphy click was going the last time as well. And so now Carla, Carla's got to do something special here.
It's going to be really hard to get out of this end for Carla. You know, Karen's got 2 right on the jack. That 1 short on the line is protecting the drive from Carla.
Not only to get out of this end, to get out of the set, she's going for some weight here. And just as she was about to release someone with a mobile, but didn't put her off. Oh, she's knocked 1 out of the way as she saved herself a shot.
It's a pretty good effort on that hand.
It hasn't. It is still 2 to Karen Murphy, who has won 4 ends in a row. And after trailing 2-0 after 2 ends, Karen now leads 10-2 in this second set after 6 ends. There's 3 ends remaining. Carla took the first 9-7. So a very handy lead in this second set. Here is Andrew Holmes with Karen.
You seem a very happy bowler now, Karen. You've got your mojo back.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Carla's a good player, so just got to find the rhythm back and keep going.
Lots of hard work to be done yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very nice of Karen to give us some time, and I know she's experienced enough to handle it, but it's still the semi-final of an Australian title when she's a set down.
Yeah, I think that was why the conversation was short and sweet there.
And the fact that she is in control of the mat.
Yeah, what's Andrew doing, putting a bit of a stop on the momentum?
Well, that's an interesting point.
Good for the public, though. Nice to see how Karen's feeling.
Another occasion there that Karen had the better first bowl of the 2 players. Not her best, but it was the better of the 2 and won the end. It's come up a bit short.
How far are those bowls short, please, Di?
Yours is 2 foot, 2.5 feet. The next one's about 2.
Must win this end, Carla. Otherwise, the set's over.
far as mine shot, please? The shot bowl, die.
10 inches.
Die.
Just skipped on a little bit, but it is a little bit of protection at the back.
Yeah, I think that was a purposely put bowl there.
She'd be quite happy, you know, only conceding one here, Karen. Not that she'd want to, but she needs
Just the one, isn't it?
a bigger end than one, you would think here,
Yeah.
Carla.
Yeah, Karen will
But
be
don't
hoping
forget, Carla only has to draw this end too.
Yes,
She
that's
doesn't
true.
She doesn't have to win it.
That's true. I'm sure Karen's bowl will be trying to just split the jack and the 2 red bowls behind there again. You know, she can drop one this end and a couple the next end and win the set. So just doesn't want to probably drop a 3 or a 4 here.
That's what she was after. She hasn't been to a tie break in the tournament, Karen, and Carla has not been to a tie break. In all her matches, she's had to go to that tie break 3rd set, whereas Karen Murphy has comfortably won and never really been under any pressure in the tournament so far. In fact, she beat Jane Bush in the quarterfinals 12-zip, 12-4. This to stay in this 2nd set. She must win this end. It's looking reasonable. It's looking reasonable. It just rolls out. And that will be the 2nd set to Karen Murphy. And that will be the 2nd set. 1 set apiece. 12-2 is the 2nd set score after Carla Odgers took the first 9-7. Because she leads by 10 with only 2 ends to play, Carla can't catch her, and we go to a tie break. Welcome back to the Australian Indoor Championships. This is the tiebreaker set, and it is the best over 3 ends. There's the toss. Karen calls tails. She'll take the match surely, won't she, here, Karen?
She's thinking.
She's thinking. She asked Kay Moran.
No?
I would keep the mat, or was she just thinking about how...
She'll go long if I give it to her.
Exactly, don't give
No, I'll just to do it there.
Yeah, that's good advice there from Kay. Just keep doing what she's doing. In this direction, Karen's been playing really consistently and really getting off to a good start. So I think she'll be throwing the same length. And
She just wanted confirmation
Yeah.
of what she already knew. It is a 3-end set.
Get your mind right.
Sounds like Mark Cowan may be speaking there. No, it is Mark speaking with Carla Odgers. See Carla just walking back there, camouflaged by the screen.
I think it's yeah, good for Mark to step in there and just, you know, get Carla thinking again and get her confidence up and just reminding her that she has won all her games in tie breaks. She can do this.
The momentum, though, is with the defending champion, the last 5 ends. And every time, the first bowl has been critical.
Oops.
Just a distraction there for Karen. We had a bit of a click there. Does that mean this bowl's okay?
Pretty good.
It is. How important, Lindsay, is this first end in a 3-set tie break?
Yeah, the first end, it's so vital, you know, gives you the mountain of control in the second end. You see a great start by Carla.
My ball, please.
Your bowl is 15 inches behind.
So Carla's got the best of the opening bowls here.
Yeah, the first end, it's vital for the scoreboard, but mentally as well, it's really good to have that one under your belt. And
particularly when you've lost the last 5.
that's true.
Out wide here, Karen. It's come up well short. That first bowl, Carla grabbing the initiative.
Shot bowl to Jack High, please, Di.
Jack high.
Look of intensity on the face there of Karen Murphy. She wants it to go a bit
She's
more.
willing it.
And it falls in.
Oh, good work.
That worked.
That bit of a hop, just
Yeah.
the vibration.
Shook the ground.
This looks like it's just a little bit wide from Carla.
Yeah, we've seen a few times down that side. They're just not turning the same as a forehand direction that way. Both of the players been caught a little bit on that during this match.
So one bowl left each. Karen, has she got to protect the back too?
Yeah, I think she will. You know, if Carla gets a jack here, it's 3 down. It's not a great start to a 3-end tie break. She's holding 1. I think if she goes around the back, you know, worst case scenario is 1 down.
Well, let's hear what 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥 has to say. She's downstairs with Andrew Holmes.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Kay's joined me. This is now one of the most pressure cooker matches of a semi-final, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously very nerve-wracking. I'm sure Kaz is quite nervous right now.
If you could chat to her, what would it be? In fact, Kay's just going to go and chat to Karen, Mark.
You've got 2
Well,
in the head.
she gets mine, hers is out.
Goes over.
Yeah, exactly, I reckon.
Yeah, just Kaz getting reassurance there from Kay. She knows she should probably put one around the back, but nice to have that support.
Really studying it hard here. She knows how important this is because, as you mentioned,
How
Lindsay,
far, Di, sorry, is Carla's back bowl from the tee, please?
This one would be
Yep.
2 metres.
2 metres. Oh.
to go 3 down with 2 ends remaining would be really difficult for Karen. Even a player of her ability. Let's head back downstairs. Andrew Holmes.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Kay, that just looked like that was a bit more of a reassurance to Karen to what she was already thinking that little chat you just had with her.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just to really give her back up that she was playing the right shot.
How are you finding her body language? Is she a little bit tense?
She certainly was the first set, and then she calmed down. She's going through waves.
It's a tough style of game to play because there's only 9 ends, but now you're into a really sudden death sort of tie break, and you can't afford to slip up, can you?
No, absolutely not. You can't afford to take risks either in this shot.
Do you like what you see out there? Is her body language pleasing you?
Yeah, at the moment. I'm a bit of a nervous wreck at the minute.
Good luck.
This is it. Final bowl. It's on line here too. It just nicks the jack. Gee, if she trailed that could be a major moment in this final. It's going to be 1 to blue.
Yeah.
It is 1 to Karen Murphy, and what that means is it is 6 consecutive ends to Karen Murphy. She has trailed 2-0 after the second end of the second set and has won the next 6 ends. So 13-0.
Second end of the tie-break, I won the toss, I gave it away. It's Carla's choice in the second set or not? Or as winner of the end? Winner of the end. Yes. Huh? No, I was just checking.
So what was the concern there, Lindsay?
One of Kaz's strengths isn't knowing the rules of the game, but she wasn't sure in the second end, like with different formats of the game. In the tie-break, if you win the toss, you can either have the mat for the first and the third end or just the middle end. So if that makes any sense at all. So she was thinking that Carla got to choose, because Karen got the mat first time. Yep. She was thinking Carla got to decide in the second end who got the mat. It used to happen once upon a time, which is probably where the confusion arises.
So everything's sweet because Karen won that end and can keep the mat.
Yep. So it's just like every other end of the match.
So if you're confused about that at home, don't worry. Even the world champion was confused. It's quite extraordinary, though, to think that a player can be down 13-0 in the last 6 ends, but still be
right in it.
Right in
it.
But do you feel that Karen is a 13-0 better player over the last 6 than Carla?
No, definitely not. You know, we did see it was sort of the last half of that second set. She really took off. Yeah, Carla just hasn't been able to score, which is a problem. But, you know, if she wins this end here, all those other ends won't matter. It'll come down to one end, and it's the last end of the tie-break.
Karen is close to the jack, and nice reply here from Carla.
My ball, please, Di. 10 inches, a foot.
10 inches.
Yep. Is it shot, please? Carla's ball passed, is it, please, mate?
Yes.
Well, that last end was the first end that Karen won without having the best opening bowl. She does have shot here, but she's still short of the jack. That's way short.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that one.
Even a world champion can get a bit nervous though too, Lindsay, can't they, you know?
Yeah, they can. You know, this means a lot to her, this event.
Absolutely.
She'll be really wanting to win this one again.
Oh, this is going to knock Karen's on.
Touching, please.
No, an inch.
Thanks.
It may touch before the end's over. Even though it's on an angle, it may stick. Does that say it's not Carla's day?
Well, it's been Carla's tournament all the way through. She does have 2 bowls in the head, even though she hit Karen's bowl up. A good bowl coming in from Murphy.
Two shots. She's going to knock her own again. So still 2. What has Karen got to protect here? The 2 back bowls are red. She's got to go back, doesn't she?
I think so, and you can tell like the angle of the shot bowl as well. It's only the jack's sort of coming in the direction of the red bowls of Carla's. So I think she'd be trying to cover this back one right at the back, the red. Try and force Carla to play a perfect shot more than just any sort of shot. See there, Karen's probably lining up the angle, trying to see if the jack might hit the red bowl and bounce out the other direction.
Yeah, it could well do, couldn't it?
Yes. You know, anything can happen when she's up and into the head.
Drop inside that, I think, or just around it. Just around the first one.
So Karen, by that sort of direction, thinks the jack's going to hit Carla's bowl, which means she needs to get close to that red one.
Big moment in the semi-final, isn't it? You'd think that if the winner of this end has the momentum going into the final end, and it's all with Murphy at the moment. They can change so quickly. Wide on the forehand.
I suppose a positive for Karen, if she does lose the end, she will have last bowl to win the match. Didn't work out for her in the first set, but it's still a positive.
Oh. Now 3. If she can hang on to 3, that means that at best Carla will have to send it to a fourth end, but she's got to be aiming to put that bowl of Karen's onto the jack.
Yeah, I mean, Carla's got both two back. Karen thinks it's going to hit things and go forward, so hence why she didn't put a back bowl in, which is...
Could go back up. It could go back up if she gets it right off the red. Yeah.
Karen's hoping it will go back up.
Well, that would be extraordinary. And we spoke earlier how the jack very rarely goes back the other end. Well, this could be an example of that, and if it is, it's a cruel time for it to happen for Carla Odgers. If she can't save 3 here, she is in deep trouble.
It's pretty close to something here.
It's very close. It's terrific. It is outstanding. It'll be respotted, and it'll be just the one though.
Ooh. Fortunate for Karen, her bowl came back there.
Yeah. Well, she got very lucky there. And Carla, when push comes to shove, stood up and stopped the run for Karen Murphy, who had won 6 ends in a row. It's 1-1 in the third set tie-break, and the winner of this end will go through to the final.
She's just played a perfect shot here, a great result. Onto shot bowl, jack out. Perfect.
Well, the interesting thing there too, Lindsay, and hindsight is 20/20 vision, but if Karen had put one at the back there...
yeah, I think that's probably what she's thinking now.
That's what we thought she was going to do.
Yeah, hopefully she can let that thought go. I mean, it doesn't help now, but she's probably regretting it a little bit.
There's the lady that is waiting for one of these two to move into the final, Maria Rigby. Carla has control of the mat, but as you mentioned, quite rightly, Lindsay, the world champion and defending champion here will have last crack at it, and that's a little bit long there from Carla. An opportunity here for Karen to really put the pressure on.
Most important bowl of the match, I think, here.
Hard to believe that someone who's just won 6 ends in a row has to win this end to win the match.
It's a beauty of sets play, you know, that's why they brought it into our game. It's great for TV and great for great that you can still be in the match after, as you said, losing all those ends and all those shots. That's what she's after.
I think Kay gets more nervous than Karen.
As we talked about in the first semi-final, it's so much harder on the sideline, no control, you know, just willing, you know, your player out there just to get close and get the shot. And it is a hard job.
What's the gap, please?
3 inches.
Tap.
She'll be hoping, Karen, that it doesn't come down to her last bowl.
Change of hand for Karen. It's quite effective. I'm nervous for the both of them too.
So much at stake, isn't there? Semi-final worthy of a final, but only one of them can make it. And he just knocks Karen's bowl closer, but it's a fair target.
Can I come and have a look, please?
Yes.
For Carla.
I think this is another one of those ends which he's probably got to go cover the spot or get back to that back one of Carla's. Make Carla play the shot herself.
Well, that's what we thought last time. She's looking down the back.
Surely she's got to remember what happened last time.
And she got lucky because her bowl was knocked back by Carla. Otherwise, she could be down a shot here.
Yeah.
You know, 2-1, she could be down, needing to win.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, 2-1, 3-1 maybe even, yeah. And
Go to the spot if she gets both. I've got another bowl to draw it. Yeah.
Good call, Karen.
Just move a little bit, please, Di. Just move off the spot. Thanks, mate.
Carla's got one bowl left. And Karen has come up with it. Has it just gone on a little bit more?
No, I think it's got the spot. It's a perfect shot. Carla's got to play now the perfect bowl. Draw the shot or trail the jack just a foot, just a little bit to her red bowls in waiting.
Find the gap. She doesn't need to pick up any more than one.
Yep.
But whatever she does here, she knows, even if she comes up with the perfect bowl, she knows that Karen Murphy has got last crack at it. Here we go. This to stay in the tournament. She's fought so hard over the last few days here at Tweed Heads. It's got to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And Karen Murphy has the opportunity now to win her 6th Australian indoor title. But wowee, hasn't she been made to work hard? 2 shots on that final end. And Karen Murphy has defeated Carla Odgers 2 sets to 1, winning the 3rd set tiebreak 3-1. What a women's semi-final at the Australian Indoors for 2013.